This is the MMA Brief Podcast, recapping the world of mixed martial arts every single week, with your host, Brandon Johansson.
Welcome back to the MMA Brief. Previewing UFC Fight Night 109, Gustafsson vs. Teixeira, and recapping Bellator, Daley vs. Mcdonald. Rory McDonald choked out Paul Daley in the second round with the rear naked choke. Set it up nicely. Had him thinking he was going to go with it on the left hand. Switched it up after Paul Daley based out. Got the rear naked choke. Made it look easy. Didn't take any damage. From the reports online, made $400,000 for his fight. Which, according to the numbers I've calculated online, is twice as much as he made for his title fight against Robbie Lawler. So, huge payday for the recent Bellator signing, Rory McDonald, and a huge win. Beat Paul Daley, who's a tough guy, but Rory McDonald outclassed him on the ground. Once it got to the mat, set up perfectly, and it was over. Another interesting fight on the card was Liam McGarry versus Linton Vassell. Liam McGarry was sold as this killer, became the Bellator 205-pound champion. 6'6", great striking, seemed to have an incredible back game. Anytime you got him on his back, he was throwing up submissions. He had a inverted triangle from side control. I'd never seen it. I'm like, this guy is special. He could potentially match up well with the UFC champion, John Jones, someday. Just by physical attributes. John Jones is 6'5", I believe. It would be an interesting matchup. But to get choked out by Linton Vassell in the second round, arm triangle, very disappointed. As a former, I hate to jump off the bandwagon. I'm not that type of person, but Liam McGarry needs to show me something in his next fight. Because the bro is wolf tickets. Wolf tickets is all I'm saying. That was what I was sold. I was sold wolf tickets with Liam McGarry. I thought he was the next best thing at 205. And that's a historically weak division as of late. I've talked about it before. 205 is weak as shit in the UFC. This weekend, go ahead and transition to the main event between Glover Teixeira and Alexander Gustafsson, the number 1 and the number 2 ranked light heavyweights in the division. Gustafsson has lost to John Jones, the recently retired Rumble Johnson, and Daniel Cormier. Glover Teixeira has lost to John Jones and Rumble Johnson. So the pecking order is just so established at the top. It's John Jones and it's Cormier. Now that Rumble's out of the picture, apparently it's Gustafsson number 1 and Teixeira number 2. Who knows? What does this fight even mean? It's on a Sunday morning here in the States. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to watch it. It'll be nice. I'll have some coffee with my fights instead of beer probably. But the point is, that's the only fight I'm interested in on pretty much the whole card. There are some names, but that's it. And what does it even mean? The fight, I don't know. I think the actual fight itself is going to be entertaining, and that's why I'm going to tune in. But I don't know what it means in the big picture of the light heavyweight division. It's in shambles right now. They need in the co-main event. There is somewhat of some hope, but I don't even. It's Misha Serkinov versus Volkan Shibshab. I don't even want to. I can't. I won't do it. He beat OSP, who fought John Jones. It's just it's weak as shit. I hate to say it. I don't know about that, but I do know. Wednesday night, tomorrow, the 6th episode of the 25th season of The Ultimate Fighter, which has been very dramatic. I've called it on Twitter, Jersey Shore. But I love it, man. There's constant tension in the room. These guys just want to bicker back and forth, go at it. All these rehash old details, and they used to be friends. It's explosive. People are getting grabbed up by the neck, and this, I saw like a 10-second preview for tomorrow's episode, and like TJ just calls Cody an idiot, and Cody just goes off. Like, he can't stand being called any type of name. Bitch. Which TJ's been throwing around to everybody. Oh, fuck you, bitch. You know, whatever, bitch. He's been bitching people out, literally. I've been enjoying the season. 6th episode tomorrow. Ramsey Ninjum versus Let Me Bang Bro, Julian Lane. Should be an interesting fight. Coach TJ Dillashaw is up 5-0 over Cody Garbrandt. TJ seems to be a better coach from my vantage point. TJ is right in the action. He's holding the mitts, calling the combos, leading the whole practice. He's the coach, where Cody has his coaches doing that. So I think that's a huge factor why. And also I like TJ's picks. These are all former UFC fighters. I think TJ picked a much better team. And that's why he's up 5-0. Tomorrow night, the 6th episode. Should be entertaining. Come back next week. We're going to be recapping Gustafsson versus Teixeira. Talk a little bit about The Ultimate Fighter. Peace.